Hi, good evening, everybody. It's Kendra K. Woods, your motivational speaker who encourages, inspires, and empowers women all over the world to transform their mindsets and learn how to stand in their power so that they can create a life they deserve. So I'm here with you tonight because I have a life lesson that I want to share with you, a lesson that was learned this week for me. And as I learn new lessons, I want to be able to share them with you because I think that it is important that I share what I learned and that hopefully this video will help, a woman out there who may be going through that time in her life where she's feeling a little bit discouraged, or maybe a challenge has come up and you're trying to figure out what to do next, or maybe you have been in a situation where you've been in a challenging situation or a setback and you've gotten through it, but you may have another one that comes up, and I believe that what I'm going to share with you today can help with that. So hopefully this video will bless you today, and you can help share this with other women who may need to hear this same message. So the title of the video for this week is "Your Setback is a Setup for Success." And typically, well, really what this video is about is just reframing your mindset when it comes to a setback. So I want to share with you what happened to me this week in business, and want to share with you the steps that I took to get past the challenge. So earlier this week, I received a message from another woman in business who has the same name as a company name that I chose. It's worded a little bit differently, but still can be confusing to those out there in our industry. So I was approached and asked very respectfully if I would cease using the name that I chose. And of course, it hit me by surprise and I was shocked. But of course, I definitely wanted to be flexible, and I ceased and said, sure, I'll cease and not use the name. I'll come up with another name. Hence why you see my Facebook name change, and I'm just using my name, Kendra K. Woods. But to be honest, when I first got that piece of information, that email, my heart sank. Because you know what it's like when you have invested your time into your business or into a project, and then something comes up and you feel like that the time you invested was in vain. So my heart was broken a bit. I, tried to figure out what am I going to do. I called my husband because I said, okay, I got to get this energy out of me. I got to talk about it and just talk it through with somebody. So I called my husband. I said what I needed to say to him. I have a little pity party, but I'm wise enough to know that you can't stay in that space. So I had my pity party. I got off the phone and I just sat there for a moment. I said, okay, Kendra, what are you going to do? So that's what I want to share with you today, are the 4 steps that you can use to overcome just about any challenge or setback that you come up against. So during this video, I would love to hear from you if you are in this place right now where you're trying to figure out how to overcome a setback, or maybe you have an example to share. So I would love to hear from you here in the comments. All right, so here we go. So first of all, you want to go to a place where you can get quiet, get still, and seek the presence of God. That was my very first step. Find a place, get still, and get quiet. I'm a firm believer in the power of being still in the midst of what seems like chaos. So getting quiet, sitting still, saying that prayer and asking God, what is it that you will have me do now at this point? Because we forget, we have a vision for our life. We have our agenda. We say this is what we want to do. But He has the big plan for our life, and He knows the obstacles that are going to come our way, and it's not a surprise to Him. So going to Him as your first step is vital, because He's going to help give you that direction and the sense of peace that you need to move past this. So get quiet. Instead of being hard on yourself, and instead of having that negative self-talk of, why did this happen? Why didn't I do a better job of researching, or of being a better woman by not falling prey to my temptations, whatever it may be. Instead of beating yourself up about it, you need to go to God in prayer and ask him what it is that he will have you to do. Ask for direction and the strength to move past your disappointment, and then just get quiet. Get quiet and listen to that still small voice inside of you that speaks. And you've got to trust it and have faith in it and move from there, and know that that voice that is inside of you is encouraging you and is going to send you in the right direction that you need to go. So trust yourself as you hear the guidance within you for your next step. So that's always number one. Get still and seek the presence of God and ask him what he will have you do next. Number two is bring back to mind your vision and goal for your life. You have a why for whatever goal it is that you are working on right now. Your goal may be to lose weight. It may be to not watch as much TV so that you can focus on your studies or spend more time reading. Your goal may be to start your business. Whatever that goal is for you, there's a why behind the reason why you're doing that. So bring that back to your memory. Bring back your vision and the goal that you have for your life. Bring forth your why, and just think about that. You should have your goals written down. Your ideal life that you want to live, you've got that, should have that written down. And you want to go back and revisit that. Revisit your goals, revisit what it is that you want to accomplish and what the end result is. So go and look at what the end result will be, and that understand that you're just in that process to get there. Okay. So remember your vision and goal for your life, because that's going to be really important in helping you stay focused on doing what you're doing. And that's what I had to do. I had to remember, okay, Kendra, this is your goal. You're doing this because you want a different lifestyle for yourself, or you want to leave a legacy for your daughter. So this is why you're doing this. So stand up and take that step that the Lord is telling you to take. The third thing is to determine the number one action you can take towards your vision. So when you're in a place where you're stagnated, you're having a pity party, you're upset about something, you've got this setback looming over your head and you're trying to figure out what to do next. After you've prayed and gotten your direction from God and you've remembered your why, the next thing that you need to do is to determine that one step that you can take towards your vision. So what's the one thing you can do? And it doesn't need to be a huge step that you need to take. It could be something small. Maybe that means you need to go back to your brainstorming and figure out new ideas for your business. Or maybe that means you need to go back and plan your meals for the week. If you ate something you weren't supposed to eat or had that dessert at dinner the other night, then go back and start planning from square one and say, tomorrow, this is where I need to start. Go for a run. Do something. You've got to get back in action and not just sitting and being stagnant, because when you do that, nothing happens. You're not moving any energy whatsoever. So get up and do something. Do something, whether it's big or small. Today, I went out and I had a little bit of fun. I took my 4-year-old out to the kids museum here in where I live, and just had fun with her. I let loose. I let it go. I was a kid again and watched her have fun. And that was very therapeutic, just getting out and doing something that was active. And that got my brain thinking again, and it got the creativity back up again. So determine your one action you can take towards your vision. And the fourth thing that I did was reflecting on the lesson that you learned. So I had to sit down and get quiet again and reflect on the who, what, when, where, why, and how. How did this happen? Why did it happen? What happened? And then determine what lesson I received from this event. That's what life is about, right? Life is all about your life, about lessons and learning from those lessons so that you don't repeat them again. So you definitely want to take note of what it is that you learned during this setback for you. Because if it were to come around again, you know exactly what to do. Or if you have a friend or a colleague who's going on this same journey with you, you can share it with them. And then they don't have to go through the same pain that you went through. You can share it with them. And that's part of the reason why I'm sharing this with you today, is because this was a experience I had this week, and I thought I want to share this with people, and hopefully it'll help at least one woman out there get past this setback and this state that she may be in right now because she's reached a bump in the road. So just a reminder, the 4 things you want to do: 1, get still and seek the presence of God. 2, remember your vision and your goal for your life. Remember what your why is. Number 3, determine the number 1 action that you can take towards your goal or towards your vision. And then number 4, reflect on the lesson that you learned. Take note of it, write it down, remember it. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you have gained some value from this. If this was for you, I feel so great that you got to be able to listen to this and hear what I had to say. I hope you learned something from it. And then I would ask that you would share this video, because there's somebody else out there that needs to hear this message as well. And if this wasn't for you, then that's great too, but please still share, because again, there's somebody out there who needs to hear this message and know that she's not alone in this walk. So again, this is Kendra K. Woods, your motivational speaker. Head on over to my Facebook page, Kendra K. Woods, and like my page for daily motivation and updates on different events and activities, for you to also to continue to receive encouragement, inspiration, and empowerment. Head on over there and like my page, and you will get these posts as I post them. Kendra K. Woods. So take note of this. I'm hoping that it helped you. God bless you, and have a wonderful night. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot. I am a motivational speaker, of course. So if you have any, if you're at a church, or if you are in a sorority and an association, book club, women's group, professional group, I'm available for speaking engagements. So head on over to my Facebook page, Kendra K. Woods, and I will talk with you soon. And thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye. Good night.